The world of decentralized finance, or DeFi, is exciting, a rapidly evolving ecosystem that's changing how we think about money, investing, and financial freedom. Every day, new projects and protocols emerge, offering innovative ways to earn, lend, and trade digital assets without relying on traditional banks or intermediaries. But with all these opportunities to earn high returns, there's also a catch. The crypto market is famously volatile. Prices can swing wildly in just minutes, making it both thrilling and nerve-wracking for investors and users alike. That's where stablecoins come in, offering a much-needed anchor in the often turbulent DeFi landscape. Imagine a cryptocurrency that doesn't bounce up and down in value, but instead holds steady, mirroring the stability of the US dollar or other major currencies. That's the core idea behind stablecoins. Digital assets designed to keep their value consistent no matter what's happening in the broader crypto market. They act as a safe haven amidst the DeFi storm, providing shelter from sudden price drops and market chaos. Stablecoins are crucial for many reasons. They make it easier to move money quickly, avoid the hassle of converting back to traditional currencies, and help users manage risk in their portfolios. For traders, stablecoins are a powerful tool. They let you lock in profits instantly without ever leaving the crypto ecosystem and provide a way to sit out market downturns while staying ready for the next opportunity. They also power lending and borrowing platforms, offering stability and predictability for both borrowers and lenders, and making DeFi protocols more accessible to everyone. And stablecoins are making everyday transactions possible. Imagine paying for coffee, groceries, or even rent with crypto, thanks to the reliability of stablecoins. But it's important to remember that not all stablecoins are created equal. There are different types, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Some are centralized, backed by reserves of traditional assets like the US dollar and managed by trusted companies or organizations. Others are algorithmic, using smart contracts, clever code, and economic incentives to maintain their value without relying on banks or physical reserves. These algorithmic stablecoins are where things get really interesting, but also more complex and potentially risky. They promise true decentralization, but can face unique challenges. Let's dive deeper to understand how they work and what makes them both innovative and controversial. Algorithmic stablecoins represent a fascinating innovation in the world of digital finance. Unlike traditional stablecoins, which are backed by reserves of fiat currency or other tangible assets, algorithmic stablecoins aim to achieve price stability without relying on any physical collateral. Instead, they exist purely in the digital realm, governed by lines of code and mathematical rules. These coins use sophisticated algorithms and smart contracts to automatically manage their supply and demand. The code is designed to respond instantly to changes in the market, adjusting the number of coins in circulation to keep the price as close as possible to a target value, most commonly $1. The ultimate goal is to create a stablecoin that embodies the core values of decentralized finance, or DeFi. This means being fully decentralized, so no single entity controls the system, transparent so anyone can audit the code and transactions, and censorship-resistant so no authority can block or reverse transactions. In theory, this makes algorithmic stablecoins more open and accessible than their asset-backed counterparts. To understand how this works, imagine a seesaw. On one side sits the stablecoin, always striving to stay perfectly balanced at its peg, usually $1. On the other side is another cryptocurrency, often the platform's native token, which acts as a counterweight. The system is constantly adjusting, trying to keep the seesaw level no matter how the market shifts. The algorithm is always watching the stablecoin's price, scanning data from exchanges and the blockchain in real time. If the price starts to drift away from the target, the system springs into action. When the price rises above $1, the algorithm incentivizes users to mint or create more of the stablecoin. This increases the total supply, which puts downward pressure on the price, nudging it back toward the peg. Users are often rewarded with the platform's native token or other incentives for helping to restore balance. Conversely, if the price falls below $1, the algorithm encourages users to burn or destroy some of the stablecoins. This reduces the supply, making the remaining coins more scarce and valuable, which helps push the price back up. Again, users may receive rewards for participating in this process. This delicate dance between minting and burning, supply and demand, is the core principle behind algorithmic stablecoins. It's a continuous process, with the system constantly seeking equilibrium, much like a tightrope walker making tiny adjustments to stay balanced. However, as with any balancing act, maintaining stability is not always easy. The system requires constant, precise adjustments and can be vulnerable to sudden external shocks, such as rapid market crashes or unexpected changes in user behavior. These challenges make algorithmic stablecoins both innovative and risky, as they push the boundaries of what's possible in decentralized finance. The magic of algorithmic stablecoins lies in their remarkable ability to automatically expand and contract their supply in response to the ever-changing tides of market demand. Unlike traditional stablecoins that rely on reserves of fiat currency or other assets, algorithmic stablecoins use smart contracts and code to manage their supply, aiming to keep their value closely pegged to a target such as the US dollar. This dynamic adjustment is what sets them apart in the world of digital finance, making them both innovative and, at times, controversial. This delicate balance is achieved through two core mechanisms: minting and burning. These processes are the backbone of how algorithmic stablecoins attempt to maintain their price stability, acting as the invisible hands that guide the market. Minting, in simple terms, is like printing new money out of thin air, but in a digital form. Just as central banks can print more currency to inject liquidity into the economy, algorithmic stablecoin protocols can create new tokens when needed. For example, when the stablecoin's price rises above its intended peg, say trading at $1.05 instead of $1, the protocol steps in. It incentivizes users to mint new stablecoins, increasing the overall supply. This is a crucial step, as it helps to bring the price back down toward the target peg by reducing scarcity. Typically, this is accomplished by allowing users to lock up the platform's native token or other forms of collateral. In exchange, they receive newly minted stablecoins, which they can then sell on the open market. This not only increases the supply, but also provides an opportunity for users to profit from the price difference. As more stablecoins enter circulation, the increased supply helps to drive the price back down toward the peg. Burning, on the other hand, is the exact opposite process and is just as important for maintaining stability. When the stablecoin's price falls below its peg, perhaps dropping to 95 cents, the protocol encourages users to burn or destroy their stablecoins. This reduces the total supply in circulation, helping to push the price back up. Users can typically swap their stablecoins for the platform's native token, which is then burned or permanently removed from circulation. This process not only decreases the supply, but also creates an incentive for users to participate, as they may receive the native token at a favorable rate. By reducing the number of stablecoins available, the protocol helps restore the price to its intended peg, ensuring that the stablecoin remains a reliable store of value. These mint and burn mechanisms act like automatic stabilizers, constantly and seamlessly adjusting the stablecoin supply to maintain its peg. They are the heart of algorithmic stability, working behind the scenes to keep the system balanced. However, it's important to remember that the effectiveness of these mechanisms depends on a crucial factor: market confidence. If users lose faith in the protocol or its ability to maintain the peg, even the most sophisticated algorithms can struggle to keep the system stable. Confidence is the invisible force that underpins the entire structure, making or breaking the promise of algorithmic stability.